Hey guys, welcome back. This is Naresh. So today we will talk about one of the scenario in which we have to make our connection offline when we are working in a website. It might possible that you have some scenario in which you are testing, but in between the flow, let's say your connection become offline. Maybe you visit some kind of a store and there you don't have internet connection. So at that point of time, we have to check that our application is responding as expected. The errors which it is giving when our desktop become offline suddenly. So our application should not crash at that time. But these kinds of scenario normally we test it manually because from the automation it's not possible to make the things offline in between your automation scripts when it is executing all other scripts too, right? So now there is a feature in Selenium 4 through which we can do this, and instead of making that out of scope or automation, we can still automate them. Okay, so we will try to emulate a network which goes offline in between, and we can again go ahead and test our other features also, which can test it without the offline feature. Okay, so let's see how we can do that from our program. So for that, first we need to initialize our WebDriver, and we have to call the setup of the WebDriver so that it get downloaded. So it would be WebDriver manager, okay, dot Chrome driver dot setup. Okay, and after that we need to create a variable of our interface. So it would be WebDriver driver equal to, and now we can go ahead and initialize the class of the Chrome driver. So C capital. Okay, so these two line of code is very common, and after that we can initialize our DevTools. So DevTools provide that feature through which we can emulate our connection. Okay, so it would be DevTools and the name would be DevTools. And how do we do that? We don't do that with the new keyword, because we just need to cast our driver into the Chrome driver. Okay, so let me just cast it, Chrome driver. Okay, and here I can just write get DevTools. Okay, and the reason we are casting it, because this driver, okay, this driver has a type WebDriver, and WebDriver does not have a signature of this get dev tool. Okay, this get dev tool is only available in Chrome driver. So that's the reason we are casting our driver into the Chrome driver so that it can see this get dev tool method and it's able to use it. Okay, now we have to create a connection. So we will say DevTools.create session. It will create a connection with my DevTools on my Chrome, and then I can give any command to the DevTools. So I will give DevTool.send. So this is a command I can give. Now what I need to do, I need to emulate a network connection first. Okay, so to emulate and to enable the network connection first, I will type network.enable. So it would be network class. So network.enable. Okay, and now I need to give certain you can see I have to give certain parameters into that. So the first parameter is maximum total buffer size. So for that, what we will do, we will give some maximum total buffer size. So if you can see that it is asking for the optional. Okay, so optional. Why optional? Because this is something which has been introduced in Selenium in Java 8 actually. So that we do not get errors like null pointer exceptions. So that is the same concept we are using here. So I will use optional keyword here. Okay, so it would be optional.off. Okay, and now I can give the buffer size here. So let me give some random buffer size. So let me give it 1 with 8 zeros. Okay, so once it is done, now I need to give the second parameter. So the second parameter is asking for maximum resource buffer size and maximum post data size. So what I will do for that, I can give just empty. Okay, nothing else. So I will give optional dot empty, and after that again I will say optional dot empty. Wait, I'm just pressing optional dot empty. Okay. Alright. So now we have created a network and we have enabled that network. Now what I need to do, I need to make that network offline. So for that I need to give that command again, devtools.send command, and now I will make the connection as offline. Okay, and the keyword which we need to write to make the network condition is offline. So there is a method there in the network class which is called emulate network conditions. Okay, so I need to type here network dot emulate network conditions, and now you will see this is also asking me for certain parameters. So now first it is asking offline parameters, so offline should be true or false. So I would say I need the offline to be true. Okay, now other parameter is the latency it is asking, so I am giving 100 as my latency. Okay, and now it says to give the download throughput, so let me give it as 1000. Okay, and upload throughput, let me give it as 2000. Okay, so you can give any other number also. I am just giving any different numbers, but I am giving the valid numbers so that it can emulate my network conditions. Okay, now I need to give the connection type also. Let me just put comma. So for the connection type, there's different connection type like 2G, 3G, other connection type. So I will give a connection type as a 3G. So I will give here because it has optional also. So I need to give optional dot off and optional dot off. Okay, and I will give here network dot, let me see, it has 3G or not. It doesn't seem it has. Okay, so I think, let's see. Okay, so there is one more class called connection type. See, yeah, so the 3G network and 2G network, you can get it under the class connection type 3G. So this is what you have to select. Okay, so that's it. Now it will make my connections offline. Okay, so this is it. So you have created a connection, you have made the connection offline, and now you can just open any website. So let's see, we will open a website of Yahoo or maybe Google. So I will give driver.get, and here I can give a connection like this. I can give a URL like Google. So right now I am connected to the internet and I can open this website Google. But now we have created a simulation of the network so that when this these two lines of code will run, this will make my connection offline for this test case itself. And after that, I need to verify my application is working fine or not. Or even if I am getting any error, it should be a valid error. Okay. And after that, I can write different test cases which are actually testing something when my connection is online. But right now we are just we are just testing the offline connection. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, so it's running now. Okay, there's some problem here. Okay, I think we have missed maybe something here. Okay, I think this bracket is extra here. Okay, so 2 brackets is needed at the end. Okay, I think we are missing 1 bracket here. Okay, now let's run it. Okay, it's running now. See, now my connection is offline and now there is an error of no internet. Okay, so this is what I was expecting. And now in case of a real websites, or your websites can be different, a Salesforce website or some other JavaScript website. So you have to check when the connection goes offline, your website behave in the same manner as you expect. Okay. and DevTools is now like a part of this Selenium 4. This thing can also be used into other software also, which is based on the Selenium. So this will helps a lot to automate that kind of scenario in which we need to make our connection offline. Okay, so I think that's it for this video. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a great day.